recording. Let's go. What you got in store for me, baby? Oh my goodness. What are we on? Oh, a speedboat. Okay. A small speedboat cuts through the azure waters. An island appears, but there is no trace of Mo Art Studio, which was built on it. In this place stands an unfamiliar landscape. This is a newly formed... not this. Anomaly again. Spatial anomaly? You got it right. Huh? That person is. Carrying a canvas and art supplies, a familiar figure stands on the shore. Even from across the vast sea, I can see the helpless expression on his face. Raphael. So you just woke up and your home was gone.
I shouldn't have passed out after staying up for 2 days.
The audio glitch,
Then maybe I could have saved more than just these things.
Why am I having audio glitch? Don't you dare start! With a pained expression, he turns to show me his small collection of personal belongings that were salvaged. I forgot to do it again. Okay, pretend that never happened. Okay, but I spot a water container for painting. It wasn't even emptied. You know what? Let's read that again, shall we? I spot a water container for painting. It wasn't even emptied before he grabbed it. I quickly clear my throat to suppress an inappropriate urge to laugh. Yeah, for next, Zane, and then Caleb Xavier? If I remember, that's how they went. Of how I pulled them. Don't worry, this is just a special anomaly created by the deep space tunnel. Once the fluctuations subside, your home will return to normal. But the road to White Sand Bay, along with its beach, has also vanished beneath the waves. The fluctuation caused a proto-field displacement, which resulted in shifting the spatial anomaly several miles away from its actual location. In other words, this place has become a lonely island. Thank you, Bree! Best mod ever. I'll send you a cookie in the mail. It might be moldy, but I still hope you'll appreciate the thought behind it. Everything is normal for now. No amount of fluctuations have been detected, and there are no signs of wanderers.
Well done. The spatial anomaly appeared without warning, so we'll need to conduct a more thorough investigation and analysis.
Out of the corner of my eye, I see Raphael taking inventory of his art supplies. A light bulb goes off in my head. Captain, is it possible for me to continue my investigation?
You're not gonna leave?
I end the call and Raphael has somehow appeared behind me. His eyes sparkle with anticipation. You're a poor fishie stranded on an island. I can't just let you fend for yourself. Are you sure you want to stay here, though? You can always come over to my place.
Cutie, I'm literally surrounded by the ocean. I don't think I can get stranded even if I tried.
After his initial confusion wore off, Raphael quickly embraced his new status as a castaway.
I was planning to visit a spatial anomaly for inspiration, since a lot were popping up recently. I didn't expect one to deliver itself to my doorstep, though. But there's a more pressing matter.
A slightly troubled expression appears on his face.
After painting for 2 days straight, I fell onto my bed, and then I spent the whole morning trying to save my art supplies.
Can I just say, this is gonna fuck it up, but I'm surprised that I'm doing decently at reading right now. I'm just putting that out there. I think I'm doing a little bit better than usual, in my opinion. Okay, moving on.
If I don't eat something soon, I might become a real castaway.
You should be proud of me. Fishy cookies or lobster flavored crispy noodles? Which one do you want?
I'll take the fishy cookies.
Sorry.
What brand of cookies are these? They're pretty good.
By the speedboat, Raphael tosses them into his mouth while taking the heavy bag from my hands.
What's inside?
A cooker and its grill. I also bought some seasoning and ingredients.
Then that's...
It's an auto-expanding tent from the association. It sets itself up with one press of a button. I'll show you how it works in a bit. I toss the tent and outdoor mat into the beach's sand. Then I pick up another bag.
And this?
Some snacks, fruits, drinks, stuff like that.
Miss Bodyguard, I think you're a little too excited about me being stranded on a deserted island.
I am not. I continue tossing bags of various sizes onto the beach, and speak with convention. See? Bye. I was worried you might suddenly end up on a deserted island, so I brought everything I could think of. They're necessary for survival. Raphael waves the game controller in his right hand, and the boing fish-shaped massage hammer. Boing fish-shaped massage hammer in his left. He pretends to have an Why did you let me open my mouth and speak about me reading better? Who? Like, why didn't you stop me?
I see,
How
I
dare you.
see. Humans need many things to survive.
Yes, humans are delicate creatures. We can't take any chances.
All right, we should hurry then.
He gracefully leaps off the speedboat, then he turns with his arms outstretched.
We need to build a shelter for my delicate human companion before the tide rises.
After finding a nice flat spot and successfully setting up the tent, I am about to show off my handiwork to Raphael when... Where is he?
Look,
Yeet. Flowers burst into my field of view. Their vibrant red petals dance like flames. They're beautiful. Where did you find them?
over there.
I look at where Raphael is pointing and catch a glimpse of something mysterious behind the dense foliage.
I was looking for a branch so I could make you a fishing rod, but I found several flame lilies growing in the bushes. I followed the flower trail and saw... Do you want to take a guess?
A tribe who lived on this island? This isn't good, Raphael. They might tie us up and feed us to the fish. I pretend to be scared and grab his hand.
Oh boy, the seasonings you brought are gonna come in handy, you know. Can you sprinkle more thyme on me?
Raphael gently squeezes my hand as he leads me across the soft sand. We follow the trail of flowers. An arch of light shines over the horizon, its golden brilliance cascading to the center of the island. It reveals ancient ruins that rise and fall with the land. I wonder what this is. Weathered stone pillars stand in solemn silence. Vibrant vines cling tightly to their surfaces as if they were nature's radiant tattoos. There are sand-covered ruins and crumbling walls as far as the eye can see. With a low, mournful sound, the sea breeze passes through the cracks in the stones. This doesn't look like a tribe's home. It's more like the ruins of an ancient temple. In the center stands a withered alcove? I think this showed up in his myth or somewhere in this game, and I just couldn't. Broken stained glass windows cast their... Whoa! I think this is kaleidoscope. It's kaleidoscopic? God damn it. This man can't have nice things. It is kaleidoscope! In the center stands a withered alcove. Broken stained glass windows cast their kaleidoscope colors upon its surface. Anyway, Raphael crouches down. His fingers gently trace the relief carved into the stone wall.
This is...
Are you proud of me, Bree? Look at me go, guys! This is a big deal for me. What is it? When Raphael doesn't answer, I lean in to examine it. The intricate carvings were detailed. While a lot has been worn away by wind and sand, I can still imagine their original magnificence. This part looks like a person. What's that? It's sort of like a giant crab raising its pincers.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, but that giant crab is Lemuria's sea god.
Eat it, soul, Brie. Eat it for breakfast. He takes my fingers and guides them to an indentation. He helps me trace the relief patterns.
These lines are the hair, and the pincers are actually the body. Next to it is a radiant sacred staff. These reliefs probably depict the legend of the first sea god from Lemuria's creation. They're not a guide on how to cook crabs.
You believe hard enough they are. I'm sorry I was rude. But how do you know for sure that this is a Lemuria sea god?
I can tell just by looking at it.
Seeing Raphael's matter-of-fact expression, I wonder if this is some kind of special sense that only Marians have. Based on what the association told me, these special anomalies appearing in the city might be projections from the end of the deep space tunnel. If that theory is correct, then could this place be...
Yeah, it might very well be from the sunken civilization of Lemuria.
You know, I'm really kind of happy that they're like including the myths in these cards. They're in all of them. I'm guessing they're in all of them. At least. In contrast to my astonishment, Raphael remains calm as he gently closes my mouth.
This temple was probably built by my great-great-great-great ancestors.
So if I took a bottle of sand from here, it would be a historical artifact?
Make sure the sea god certifies its authenticity first.
As Raphael speaks, he blows away the sand from the crevices. The carvings are more visible. This is Lemurian sea god. What an imposing, majestic person.
You know, there's also a young, good-looking one.
Shut up. Is the figure beside him his consort?
Yeah. The sea god brought coral branches and conches when he asked her to be his bride.
Wow, the sea god knows how to be romantic, huh? He tucks something behind my ear. I reach up and feel soft flower petals. A flower, what are you?
You don't like it?
I love it. I like it. You also know how to be romantic. Smiling, Raphael pulls out a paintbrush to remove the dust from the relief. You said this was the first sea god. Does that mean there was eventually a second and a third sea god?
Every sunrise is accompanied by a sunset. Likewise, the sea god slumbers and awakens with the ebb and flow of his power. But when his power is gone, he fades away and dissolves into the sea.
Yeah. When will the next sea god appear?
No one knows. Sometimes only a few years pass between a sea god's passing and their successor's birth. Other times, it can take centuries.
What about now? Is there a sea god in the current era? Letting out an amused chuckle, Raphael gently taps my forehead.
Who knows? It's just ancient history from thousands of years ago.
But it's our history.
Let's go.
He dusts off his hands to remove the sand. Then he stands up and pulls me to my feet. Where are we going?
To get my art supplies, duh. Nowadays, you have to be lucky to find Lemurian ruins. We need to copy these reliefs before they disappear and preserve them while we still can. But before that, there's one more thing.
Following his gaze, I turn. Nearby, our tent is practically upside down. Only one peg is in the ground as it struggles against the howling winds.
We better hurry. Otherwise, we'll have to share the ocean with the sharks tonight.
After properly securing the tent, Raphael takes charge of the landscape art structure while I handle the interior design. By the time I finish organizing everything and lift the tent flap, the sun is setting. Clouds are painted in dabbled gold. Evening light washes over the sea and bathes the island in soft, warm hues. A bright splash of coral red now sits on the sand. Is this Raphael's idea of landscape art structure?
Please. Of course there's more.
Please.
Look behind you.
Unable to see Raphael anywhere, I walk around to the back of the tent and confused. The fence is arranged in a staggered manner. It's decorated not with vines, but with colorful seashells and sea glass. I think this is staged. I don't know. I don't care anymore. A winding path paved with pebbles leads to a withered wooden boat. Crystalline waves dance across the boat's hull. There's no question about who painted them. Where did you get all of this?
I just walked along the shore. Everything here is nature's gift.
When Raphael appears before me again, I wipe away the dust on his face.
So, my darling, delicate human, does this meet your survival requirements?
It's great, but I point to the grill and stove set up next to the wooden boat. It'd be perfect it'd be perfect if there was grilled meat, and drinks and fresh fruit to the side.
Are you sure those are required? It sounds more like a request.
Pretty sure it said on the side. No, it says to the side. Okay. I feel like on the side would be better. Despite saying those words, Raphael walks over there.
Here.
As I take the can, I catch a glimpse of an unusual blue tinge beneath Raphael's collar. Raphael, I think your scales are showing.
Huh?
Good move. Let me see them.
Hey, wait. Your hands are freezing.
Raphael frantically grabs my hands.
I know what you're thinking, but they aren't scales, cutie.
And what are they?
You'll see after it gets dark.
Sorry. Don't assume. Raphael stuffs a large prawn cracker into my mouth to silence me and my curiosity. What the hell is a prawn cracker?
Take one step forward, bend down, and then keep moving.
Just so we're on the same page, don't lead me into spooky caves or dump me onto a dolphin's back, okay?
I haven't done any of those since I was 10.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Raphael has covered my eyes as he guides me into the tent. The sound of the sea grows fainter.
Okay, now lie down on the blanket.
Right here? I trip over a round object and immediately reach out for something to steady myself. I wasn't injured from falling. Actually, I feel very comfortable right now. I toss aside the thing that I tripped over, glowing fish-shaped massage hammer, and I feel the cushion under me. My cushion squirms in protest. Taking off my blindfold, I try to put on an innocent smile. Are you okay?
No. The split-second decision to use me as your cushion was done with grace. I'm impressed.
Thanks. Oh, you're too kind. Raphael raises his knee and nudges me.
Why aren't you getting up?
Because what if I just wanna lay beside you and on you and just like... Oh, my feeling got hurt. I need a kiss before I can get up. Do it.
You're such a tease.
He holds the back of my neck as his soft, cool lips meet mine, and the gentle kiss deepens into something more intense. I'm left breathless. Okay. That's enough. No, it's not. I'm hearing voices. What the fuck? Maybe the ghost in my room is fangirling with me, because what the fuck was that? His other hand finds my waist and pulls me closer. With nowhere to retreat, I surrender to his passionate kiss.
You had enough.
Should I answer that question? You're such a tease. I try to calm down and sit up, but Raphael shifts to his side and gently guides me to lay down next to him. Can you tell me why you're being secretive this afternoon?
Lie down and look up.
The lamp is suddenly turned off and everything is plunged into darkness. Gentle light begins to dance across the tent ceiling. They gradually merge into a stunning display that resembles waves, blooming flowers, and brilliant stardust. With the sound of waves lapping against the shore, I feel as if I'm falling into a luminescent blue ocean.
I mixed paint with fluorescent materials to try and recreate what you'd see with bioluminescent algae. You know, the blue tears phenomenon. I used countless jars of paint to make a small bottle, but it was worth it.
Beside me, Raphael is bathed in the same light. The paint mark below his collarbone gives off a gentle glow. It's like a kiss from the sea. From the sea? Excuse me? It's like a kiss from the ocean. I remember you said that blue tears only last for 10 seconds once they leave the ocean.
These should stay with us for much longer. Or at least until you wash them off.
I'm gonna do that. As I gaze quietly at the blue sea, I remember the equally magnificent reliefs I saw in the ruins. Raphael, tell me stories about Lemuria.
Do you remember the Tome of the Sea God?
Kind of like experienced it, like, what, a couple weeks ago?
They say it contains the entire history of Lemuria, which spans countless millennia. It also has prophecies that were passed down for generations.
Raphael moves his fingers, and the glowing patterns transform into mysterious images.
What tale do you want to hear about first? Oh, and before I begin...
Amidst the sound of distant waves, his voice takes on the glowing sea's soothing quality.
Everything I'm about to tell you is nothing more than a myth.
Okay. Ooh. That night, I fall asleep while Raphael tells me his stories. In my dream, I see a breathtaking azure world. Massive sea creatures gracefully swim, schools of fish dash past mysterious seagrass, and luminous jellyfish drift past rainbow-colored coral reefs. A melody played on a flute resounds from afar as a small blue fish swims up to my fingertips. It swishes its tail as it guides me deeper into the ocean. And I see it. A warm, dancing flame is waiting for me. A young sea god cradle in his hands before gently placing it against my heart. I'm in love with everything. Over the next few days, I focus on investigating the spatial anomaly while Raphael focuses on sketching the ancient reliefs. Is it reliefs? I don't know, man. Aside from researching the ruins, he seems to be thoroughly enjoying his stranded on a desert island situation. For example, What's this? When I return from my investigation that day, I find a wind chime made of seashells hanging by the door.
I wanted to make a paint organizer, so I collected some seashells. But then I realized I collected too many, which is why I made the executive decision to use them all.
Table is covered with several shell organizers, shell pen holders, and a row of little birds composed of shells.
Look at this. Doesn't it remind you of the seagull that stole your bread yesterday?
And then these are
They're sea lanterns. Isn't it obvious?
several sea lanterns are scattered across the ground. Meanwhile, Raphael carefully removes excess wood with a small knife. I thought you didn't believe in sea lanterns and other wish-making customs.
Yeah, I don't. But I thought you might want to try it.
Oh. Well, you aren't wrong, and we need your fire here.
You know, you're getting really comfortable with bossing me around. Too comfortable, in fact.
As we resonate, a warm glow illuminates from within the lantern. It's not long before the sea's surface is illuminated by many lights. Our time on the small island slips away like a gentle breeze. I send over the last protofield readings. Meanwhile, the arc of light above the horizon has faded. It's a spectator of its former self. This means the deep space tunnel fluctuations are getting weaker. The special anomaly could vanish at any moment. The wind wakes me up that night. When I turn my head, I find myself alone. The sleeping bag is cold. Is he still awake? I pull back the tent flap and look outside. There's a faint glow coming from my fire in the distance. It's near the ruins. Hello. In flickering firelight, Raphael sits before a centered stone wall. His thin coral pencil makes soft sketching sounds as it moves across the paper.
You're awake?
Using his free hand, he lifts the blanket from his shoulders. I move closer and he wraps a blanket around us. Can't sleep.
I just wanted to finish the remaining sketches, that's all.
Paper is filled with mysterious, overworldly drawings. I can vaguely make out the figure of the sea god. It's been a few days. Have you made any new discoveries?
I wouldn't call them discoveries, but I did learn about a few things that weren't mentioned in the Tome of the Sea God.
Oh?
For example, the sea god tried to win over his beloved in a variety of elaborate ways. I also found out how many times he stumbled.
I feel bad for him. Even these embarrassing moments were recorded by your ancestors, so we could laugh at them today. I'm guessing the sea god won his beloved's heart in the end, right? Oh yeah. Otherwise, there wouldn't be more to the story.
You're correct. The sea god and his bride lived together for all of eternity.
Uh-huh.
Their power watched over Lemuria as the ocean thrived.
That's a technical example of a happy ending. You know what? To my remembering, this didn't have a happy ending.
And it's not how it ended.
Yeah. Huh?
The true ending is right here.
Raphael's finger hovers over the carved relief.
The ancient people of Lemuria believed the sea god would protect them forever. That's why they built this temple. It was to record their legend and pass it down. They must have believed these carvings would stand the test of time as a Lemurian monument.
In the firelight, Raphael's voice softens, and the air around us becomes hazy.
Yet the temple was eventually abandoned. Their civilization sank into the deep sea, and Lemuria was reduced to nothing in that abyss. Clearly, the sea god failed to protect his people.
Okay. And It's just a myth.
Yeah, that's why I don't believe in things like legends.
The coral pencil enters across the paper. It leaves meaningless lines in its wake.
Whether it's a sculpture or a painting, art is just one way to capture a scene, to preserve a moment in time. But sculptures crumble, and the colors in paintings fade. Our humble efforts are powerless against time's relentless march.
But here you are, still drawing. I tap the paper in his hand. Deep down, you secretly wish to preserve something, right?
Don't you think it's contradictory? I know nothing lasts forever, but I still want to keep trying.
I cup his face in my hands and I squish his cheeks. Raphael, you silly fish.
Why are you calling me a fish again?
You've already captured thousands of beautiful moments. They're anything but meaningless attempts.
But I'm not satisfied with that.
He lowers his head and embraces me. His warm breath tickles my ear.
I want to capture more moments. Every single second of being stranded on an island with you. I want to preserve it all.
Me too. I hug him back, and when I see the arc of light above us, a thought appears in my mind. Can I do anything to make this moment last forever? I'm not sure when I dozed off, but when I open my eyes again, I find myself wrapped in a blanket. I'm inside the tent. Art supplies and sketches are stacked on the table. Raphael finished all his drawings. I walk outside and head to the shore in front of the ruins. Raphael is staring at the fading arc of light as dawn appears on the horizon.
Do you want to watch the sunrise together?
Yes? Sure. Is this our last sunrise here?
Are you gonna miss this place?
Of course, we worked so hard to build our base. Now we'll never see it or these ruins again. I know they won't really disappear though. They'll just return to the original timeline and space. I turn to meet Raphael's gaze. Even though our time will pass once this space displays, I believe it left its unique mark. Whether on this island or in our memories.
Wait. I feel like I'm about to hear something important. I need to prepare myself.
For what?
Are you really gonna spend our last moments on this island wearing pajamas?
Why not? They aren't pajamas. Looking down at my wrinkled clothes, I touched my messy hair. A belated rush of embarrassment floods my face.
There's a brown box in the tent. Check it out. I'll wait for you here.
Raphael prepared this dress for me,
Did you really
and
think
it
my
went away. Raphael prepared a dress for me, and here I am with just one flame lily for him.
personal belongings were just art supplies?
Sup, sexy.
Tell me what you're thinking about right now.
That I'm gonna love all of these cards. I need to borrow your fire again. While moments are fleeting, I'll always be here to create new memories with you. Oh, bruh. I know it's just a simple token.
My fire combined with your flower, it's anything but simple. Do you know what it means to have this as our witness? Then, in return, I'll give you the entire ocean as my gift.
Okay. I'm gonna vomit all over my floor.
By Lemurian customs, our covenant has been forged.
Oh, look at us! Oh my god! Look at him! Oh my god! Yo. Oh.
Every second of our lives must be shared, starting from this moment.
Okay.
If this vow actually represents eternity, will you give me the chance to prove myself worthy of your devotion?
Yes. Oh. Yeah, the fishy. I love this fish. Oh, fuck off.
Would you like to share this moment with me, cutie?
Yes. Well, we aren't talking that much. Oh, there's a rainbow. I'm dead.
All right. Can you lower your head a little?
Whatever you say.
From now on,
Oh.
the ocean's waters flow for you.
And my sea god, I will offer the most sincere devotion. Oh, fuck off. Oh, la 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 la. Man, look at us. The fucking rainbow and the fishies. Oh. Oh shit. Whoa. I was expecting, you know, words at the end, like it has been. That was weird. We didn't see MC's face at all. That was kind of crazy. That felt a little bit shorter than the rest, I'm gonna be honest. Still pretty as fuck, though. Who was next? Zane.